Hey guys, we're getting ready to spray. We've got the 4Runner prepped. This 4Runner's a 1985 SR5 with the solid front axle. The axle's been rebuilt. We rebuilt it. The engine's been rebuilt. New lockers, a lot of new parts, stage 2 clutch. We've sanded it all down. We've used our free Christmas paper that works really great for masking off everything. This isn't a total resto. We're not going above and all beyond. We've sprayed this before lots of times on this channel, another channel. My wife are going to attempt to do something a little different on this. I have sprayed this and you can see the texture. This is Volkswagen white. You can use any pigment paint to mix to make your tintable version through the tintable Raptor Liner, and it's a good texture. It needs another coat, but I sprayed it to see if our pearl would come out in it, and it won't. So we're going to thin it up. I did this a long time ago. And I did the skid plates over here and all throughout differential, gas tank, skid plate. This is what we have. We have 3 bottles of Raptor, 4 actually. And we have this Volkswagen white, which is way cheaper, it's like 16 bucks. The whole thing, it's all ultra white. And then we have this pearl, silver pearl. And what we're gonna do is on the last bottle, when we get ready to spray, we're gonna have this all pre-mixed with the paint. The only thing we won't have is the hardener in all these bottles. But when we get to this last bottle, we're gonna prep it. We're gonna take half this out, put it in there, and then we're gonna thin this out big time, real thin. This is gonna be our last coat. And we're gonna mix in this pearl in it so it pops, because if you don't do that, this pearl will not shine out. And as you can see, it did not shine out there at all, at least not much. From what I've been able to tell, I've had it outside and I couldn't tell. So the white and then the tintable version of this just covered it up. So we're gonna get really thin. That would be our last coat that we spray on it to make it really vibrant. But we'll have them all prepped. You don't want to prep them with the hardener in it. You just want to do the hardener in one bottle go. It helps to have 2 people and just have one, handing you the bottles so you can just keep on spraying. Because this stuff will set up after a while in your gun and it kind of gets a little harder to spray. And it kind of depends. The pressure of your, you want to spray. If you want a thicker coat with more texture, obviously you would spray with lower pressure. And if you want a thinner coat, it'd be high pressure. And then, because there's really no way to adjust these guns. This gun that comes with it is just a regular gun that we always use. I save all these guns, by the way. You can resave them and reuse them, but this kit came with another gun, so I got a new gun on this kit. But I still have an old gun that we've had for a long time. We shot like 3 things with it. Yeah, there's one. We got another one too.
It's broke.
It's in there though, but we kept it. And we'll go ahead and I've sprayed this on a lot of Jeeps. I like Raptor Liner. It's UV stable. Like, it is totally really good. It will last forever, for a long time. And if it's easy enough to touch up, if it ever gets chipped or whatever. I've sprayed it on plastic, on the Pioneer, on one of these channels you're watching. I've sprayed it on the Dodge Mega Cab, on the fenders. I'm going to spray that whole truck in black. And then I've sprayed it on a Jeep in tan. I've sprayed it on another Jeep in green. I've sprayed it on, the list goes on. But this is the first time doing pearls, so I'm hoping this turns out. We will find out, but it's going to have to be really thin and fit in a lot of pearl. And I don't know how many ounces this is. It was pretty, 4 ounces. And I've already used, probably half an ounce or an ounce, maybe. So, but this will all go into that bottle. So hopefully it's very fine. You probably would be better off if you didn't use such a fine pearl. If you had one that had a little bigger flake in it, I bet. But we'll see. So stay tuned. We got the hood to do, this to do, truck to do, and we'll go to town, and then we can show you a little bit. We've done some body work on the rear quarter of this.
Shifter.
The shifter. We rebuilt the top of the shifter for the transmission. It's got all Lucas fluids in it.
We got a new starter.
New starter.
We got a fuel injection rebuild.
It was rebuilt. We rebuilt that. Like I said, new engine. Basically, it's the same engine, bored 20 over. And I mean, I think total in this project we have around 8,500 to 9,000 by the time it's completed. But this is an actually really solid frame. Oh yeah, we went underneath the whole frame and put that this stuff right here, this platinum stuff from Eastwood, which is really good. It's supposed to be better than 415. I mean, but it's rust encapsulator. I sanded all the frame and I brushed this on. And the top of the frame off, so I couldn't get to all that because that's between the body and the frame, but I wasn't doing a full rester on it. But the frame is in mint shape on this thing, and I wanted to keep it good. So I encapsulated with all this stuff. This is like $65 to $70 a bottle, or for a whole thing, and it took the whole thing to basically almost the whole thing to do the whole frame, and it looks really good. So stick with us and we'll see how this goes. I hope that crap got out of there.
The cow.
Huh?
The cow.
I hope I didn't miss anything. I think for the most part I got it everywhere, right?
Yeah. Did you get the tailgate?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think so.
I think you should hit that door a little bit.
Already got the door. Alright guys, so it's been done for a while. You can see I didn't get that dent out all the way, which I knew. It's not got to be perfect. You can see how it looks. You want to make sure you watch your tip for not getting clogged up. This looks pretty dang good. I like the rough texture a little bit. It's not like super rough. It's still, you want to make sure that you keep going over it and get the coverage you want. I can shoot all mine at once and I usually never have an issue. Bodywork turned out pretty good there from what it was prior. Got my extreme plate on. Back tailgate looks pretty good. One thing is, I don't know yet exactly how much of the pearl came out, but it definitely seems like it had a sheen to it pretty good. If you go with bigger pearl, make sure that it's not too big, because if it's too big, it would get flaky and it would look like crap in this. You could always thin it down. You can thin your liner down if you don't want it as textury too, you know, with the distance and then a little bit of thinner in it. You can thin it down more like a paint job. I like this look. I always have. Yeah, it collects a little dirt, but overall, it's got a good UV. I'll show you guys some more of it here. You can kind of see it's got a pearl to it. At least I can. You can kind of tell the glare. When it gets in the sunlight, we'll know better. And you can kind of see it up there maybe. But it's in there. It turned out good. I'm pretty happy with it. Some people will say I ruined my truck by spraying it with liner. But to each their own. I'm keeping this truck. Whenever I installed these rear tail lights, I siliconed the tail lights because the seals were bad, and these are OEM. And I let it sit for a while, and then I went ahead and put them in. And then the frame, I'll show you guys. Oh, there's a silver. I painted on the frame all the way through. Got to hook my exhaust up now. And that'll be in a different video. I'll show you guys some more of the build. Thanks for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Peace out.